Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is my 31st video message related to COVID-19. It's May 15, 2020. It's 6:30 p.m. First, the number of cases remains stable. Still 5 in the MRC Côte de Gaspé with 174 for the Gaspésie de la Madeleine. Of the 174 cases, there are also 8 deaths and 143 cures. Thus a total of about 23 active cases throughout the region. Today I quickly return to the lifting of checkpoints between the regions, and I tell you about 3 economic announcements federal made that are interesting for fisheries and our businesses. So the first topic is an update on the opening of the region's border. We have just received a statement from the government that, unless otherwise advised, it will be open as scheduled on May 18th. The Director of Public Health of Bas-Saint-Laurent announced this morning that he would not take a position on the hand of the La Pocatière roadside checkpoint, even though he had said otherwise yesterday. Today we learned that the Board of Directors of CISSS Gaspésie passed a motion yesterday to request the maintenance of checkpoint of La Pocatière for another 2 weeks, as was authorized on the north shore of the Quebec. This afternoon, our Regional Director of Gaspésie Public Health is also calling for the maintenance of the checkpoints in La Pocatière, and that he will continue to fight until the end. The purpose of this postponement is to better prepare for welcoming more people in the territory. That the people, our businesses, and especially our healthcare system have more time to prepare. As municipal elected official, as I often said, I have no expertise in public health. I defer to the Directorate of Public Health. When our CISSS positions itself according to its clinical capacity, I am inclined to respect that. So basically, I clearly trust Dr. Bonnie Vigé, and our CISSS will clearly want the postponement of the opening of the border. It remains to be seen what consideration the national will give them and what decision will be made on this weekend. So let's be clear now. If the border reopens on next Monday, I ask you to do not panic about that. 1. There should be no massive movement of people coming on the next week here. Most of our shops and services are closed. There is no camping, no restaurant, no cottage rental, no events. Also, even if the control fall, the national directives still apply and non-essential travel remains prohibited. Then the SQ will be able to issue fines to people who travel for non-essential needs. Another point, if everyone respects the 2 meters rule or 6 feet rule, or wearing the mask, hand washing, and other rules, we will decrease the risks that the virus will surrender to us. We are made good by the rules, so if we keep going, we should be fine. If the opening of the borders is postponed by 2 weeks, it will give us another 2 weeks to prepare, to get our healthcare system ready, for our businesses to be prepared, and for you, as citizens, to be ready too. So let us continue to trust the public health experts. No matter what happens, let's follow the instructions, and it's going to be fine. Another issue for today. Yesterday, the federal government announced 3 new measures that may be interesting for us. First, a measure to cover the lost income of fishermen who will fall victim to the more difficult markets for seafoods. The aid is covering 75% of their losses up to $10,000. Another measure for fishermen. After the season, in their EI application. They will be able to enter the incomes of the previous years. So if 2020 causes them to suffer a loss of income, they can base their demand on the 2019 revenues. So probably that these two measures for the fisheries will add breadth to our economy. So it's interesting. The third measure announced by the federal is the Regional Stimulus Fund, which is aimed at companies that have not had any access to other forms of government programs and are facing liquidity problems, cash problems, as a result of the COVID crisis. It's in the form of loans. Businesses can contact the Regional Office of Canada Economic Development or CDIC in Gaspé for more information. Also, our MRC team is always there to help businesses navigate with all these measures that has been announced by the Quebec government and the federal government. So you can contact them at 368-7000. Finally, at the end of the weekend, we will follow the question of the reopening of the regional border, and no matter what public health decides, it will be more and more important than ever to respect the basic guidelines of the public health. So wash your hands, no hands in the face, coughing in your elbow, distance of 2 meters or 6 feet with others, no gatherings, and attention to our elders. Take the local purchase to the maximum also, please. Several restaurants are also open for orders to take out or deliver. Thank you also to our volunteers and all the essential service workers and to all citizens. We are going to follow the guidelines more than ever. It's important. Every action counts. And as we say, it's going to be fine. Thank you.